Hi guys, just on here talking about tools for life. If you were brought up in a house that you didn't get very much training on, how to proceed in life, you're sort of blinded, and you don't know what you're doing. You get out of high school, and then all of a sudden you're slapped into reality and go off you go. Pick what you need to do this, do that, and then all of a sudden you have no idea. Unless you had a family that actually, you see these people and you see these families that like they're structurally sound. They have a mother, they have a father. They're they were in a loving home. They knew they were probably going to college or university. They knew they would be doing this. They had a good education. They were just brought up very well. You don't even have to go to uni or, as you say, college. You don't have to do that. It's more the fact that they just were brought up such in a functional home that they turned out to be, functional people. And it's okay if you didn't have that. So this is where I say to you, get a toolbox, a life toolbox, where you go, some guys and women have anger management problems. So what do? You go out there and you do some research, watch Jordan Peterson, heal in the way of like knowing that you don't like something. So what do? You go change. You work out how to change. And you work out how to have patience. You work on patience. The number one thing for a man, if you don't have patience and you feel yourself boiling up all the time, you need to work on patience. So you need your toolkit. You need to go get that tool. You need to work on it, and you need to work on it for a long time until you succeed at that. Maybe that's the first thing you should do. But as I said, if you've had a life that you've just had there's no one to give you any direction, or you had nobody to actually say, hey, this is how you do it. I remember being like in my teens, my dad would talk a lot, but I remember really didn't know what I was doing. And in my 20s, I fell into things. In my teens. I realized that when I was younger, I had no idea. I really didn't. My older sister, Kathy, she did. She was amazing. She wanted something, she'd go for it. She'd get it. She had a toolkit of her own at, I think, 12. She was very structured in that. She just knew what she wanted. She worked at it. And she made me think that she knew what she was doing. But she said, no, I had to work at it. So I want you to work at it. I didn't work at it. I just